I'm joining you today, not from Toledo, but from Colorado. I'm here for a conference. So I almost said good morning because it's just barely afternoon here. Um, so we use SmartFit primarily, almost exclusively for folks that have Parkinson's. We've got an individual that has MSA, which is multiple system atrophy, which is similar to Parkinson's in a lot of ways, but a much more rare condition. We've also got a couple of folks that have early onset dementia that are benefiting from using SmartFit. So we do ours in an individual setting. We don't do any groups because we're working with folks that are pretty frail and likely to fall. So we work one-on-one with them. We have been using SmartFit now for, gosh, Tom, I should have looked at this before we started, but probably about a year and a half, maybe 2 years.
That's about right.
I just recently asked some of our folks for some testimonials because we've had a lot of folks that have started with us a year and a half or so ago and have stuck with it 2 to 3 times a week. So we have folks that started with us a year and a half ago, wheelchair based. They did not move independently, and they're now walking independently again because we're able to be so tailored and focused on what it is that they need when we're in that one-on-one setting and within the SmartFit system. So for those that are unfamiliar with MSA, I just want to give you a little bit of a highlight of what that condition is, what it means, because I have a powerful testimonial from that one individual that we have with that condition that's using the system 2 times a week. So MSA, or multiple system atrophy, is a neurologic condition that causes people to lose coordination and balance. It also causes changes in things like speech and loss of bodily function control. It's rare, sometimes shares symptoms with Parkinson's, which this individual does have some Parkinson's symptoms. He was initially diagnosed with Parkinson's and had some progression that didn't make sense for that condition. There's no cure for MSA. It's a fatal condition for everyone that's had it. And his doctors, he went back for a checkup. He's been doing SmartFit with us now for just over a year. And he sees his doctors regularly, went to the Cleveland Clinic for a checkup, and his doctor couldn't believe that his condition was not progressing. It was not getting worse. He had actually improved in some of the testing that they were doing, which is unheard of in MSA. So I'm going to read his testimonial because I do think it tells a better story than I could tell. Let me just pull that up here. Don says, it's been a game changer for me. The personalized programs have enabled me to focus on the areas where I'm being most impacted by the disease. The team I'm working with is great. They know the system and are able to adapt the program on the fly to reflect how I'm doing that day. The SmartFit system has been excellent. It's helped with my balance, coordination, and gait, all of which were in steady decline. SmartFit has enabled me to fight back against the decline. Can't say enough good things about the system and the team I'm working with. They make it fun yet challenging and clearly care about me and are committed to helping me battle the disease. That's why we do what we do, right? Especially WISE, right? We want folks to have healthy lifestyles, whatever that looks like for them. And for our participants, we have lots of those sorts of stories because of the SmartFit system. Again, we're using it in maybe a more targeted way. But I think there are lots of folks that could benefit our active older adult population. If I had room in my schedule, in the SmartFit system schedule, I'd pull in as many people as I could. But that'd require me to work around the clock. So I think there's a lot of opportunity. Again, some more concrete things that we're noticing, improvements in strength and stability. So we're measuring our folks every 8 weeks. So their sit to stands, their timed up and goes are all consistently improving. Improvements in single leg balance. Everybody that comes in to us for their initial assessment says, I can't stand on one leg. I know you can't stand on one leg, but show me you can't stand on one leg, right? And by the end, they're killing it. 60 seconds is no big deal to them for the vast majority. So really, really improved. reductions in risk for falls, that people are steadier on their feet. They're able to lift their feet. We know that rugs and things that catch under feet are a big concern as folks age. Some of the things that we're working on through the SMARTfit system get them used to raising their feet higher so that those trip hazards hopefully are less of an issue for them.